Hey guys, I think some people are not telling the truth and being honest with us. Want to find out what I'm talking about? Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to the ATB. I'm your host, T-Roy, and today we're going to talk about 3 lies that I see all the time. I mean, when I'm watching comic videos. Like I said, I used to be a Funko guy. Just recently have transferred over to comics, so I watch a lot of comic videos. A lot of them. And I can tell you, there's 3 things that I see more and more, and they're kind of bothersome to me. And we're just going to talk about them today. And then I'm going to show you my pickups for the week of October 4th. So let's get started with this. How about it? Okay. So, number 1, biggest lie I see told on comic channels is I'm not worried about the money. I hear that all the time, and some people aren't. Like, I am worried about the money sometimes because, especially when I'm buying more expensive comics, or if I'm buying comics to specifically to trade to get more of what I want to my collection, money matters, and it just does. And I sit there and people say, well, and it's in every video, and I think it's a lie that a lot of us want to tell each other or tell ourselves, but definitely the money matters. Collectors help collectors is what was my little thing. So I can tell you what, when the money doesn't matter is if I have something and I know somebody who hits me up and it's something I'm trying to get rid of, and I know them and I know it's somebody, it's a true collector. I will typically try to do a better deal for them. Sometimes I might even break even. I've even been known to take a loss for the right person. So that's out there, but the money does matter, and don't tell me it doesn't, and sit there and talk about your whatnot and talk about your Instagram sales and all this other. I mean, if you're mentioning multiple times in your video about all the places you can buy your comics from you or what have you, the money matters. Don't tell me it doesn't. We don't want it. We don't hear it. Number 2, and this one's not that big of a one, but there are a lot of people that sit there and they just want to drive home the fact that when they get CGC submission, and I've talked about this before, it's a surprise. It's a surprise for them and you for watching. It's a surprise. On occasion, I do buy that. There are some smaller channels, especially people like me who are doing like 5 or 6 CGC and typically stuff for our own personal collection. We do indeed might try to surprise ourselves or others. I didn't. I can tell you right now, I looked. And if you're telling me these bigger channels who are doing this for money, it's like their 90th time sending in this same one because they don't like that 9.6. They have to have that 9.8. To sit there and tell me, oh, they didn't look ahead, I don't buy it. If it's a business to you, you are not going to wait 30 days to see. I can tell you right now, I know people who do CGC who literally will have a comic already posted for sale before it comes back in because they know it's coming in. They know it's got. Like I said, as soon as it gets graded, that's in your CGC thing. You can go straight there. You can look what it says. Done, easy thing. You're going to tell me some of these bigger channels who are doing 40, 50 books at a time they're keeping it a secret. Meanwhile, they had someone else put a post-it note over the thing so they wouldn't see it. I don't buy it. Stop doing it. It's aggravating. It's untruthful. It's dishonest. You know, I would rather someone sit there and say, I can't remember what I got on all these. The ones I do actually like is when they sit there and say, this is what I actually graded. The ones who sit there and do the before and they're like, I think I can get this on it. And then they show, let's see what we got. Then that is a surprise to me. I don't care if it's a surprise to you. Don't lie and tell me it is. That's my second biggest, and that's probably my overall biggest one is. And the third one is, hey guys, I had to come back through because my number 3 biggest lie slash misleading thing that comic YouTubers do did not film correctly. For some reason, all audio drops out. So I'm coming back in here. We're redoing it. I'm letting you know right now. So the third biggest thing is the unbelievable slash impossible buy. And I'm here to tell you it does happen. It truly does happen. There are people you will stumble across some amazing deals. It's possible for everybody. But if you're watching a channel and it seems to happen over and over and over and over again, are you really, you're not, I mean, it's at some point in time, you have to stop believing that these are either something's being misled, something's not equaling up. Um, and to be honest with you, because I'm the reason why I notice this, and most people probably don't, is because if you're just watching like every week, you're not gonna notice it. But when you sit and watch like one person's videos, you like watch 7, 8, 9, 10 of them in a row, and you see how often it happens, like that, it's like, okay, this is BS. I'm sorry, they're fibbing. It just is. I mean, that's just the way it comes out, and I just just be honest with people. I know you. It's great to sit there and say that you got such a great deal, and it's great to sit there and tell people, hey, go out, you can find these great deals. That's all good, but to do it all the time, it's just, you're not getting the reality out of it. Those are the rare instances, not the every other week thing that happens. It's not. You're either leaving parts of a deal out, or B, just totally BSing. I can tell you right now, I have witnessed somebody, and I ain't gonna name names, but I have witnessed people, and especially in like the Funko world, who will go and buy lots. And when you buy lots, you're paying typically 40 to 50%, like nowadays 30% of the actual value of these items. And they will put things away in that lot and not show you. They'll show you a bunch of great stuff, but they'll keep key items to the side. So that way they can pop it out later and draw you in. And that's obviously happening in comic books too. And when you're monetized or whatever, I know, I'm guessing, I don't know, there must be a lot of pressure to have you always have something new to get somebody to come watch your channel. But I don't think it's as needed as you think it is. And I really, to me, it's kind of a turn off. I have unsubscribed from 3 channels, and again, I'm new here, so I'm not going to name names. Go watch them yourselves. Go watch some people's channels in a row. Notice who the people seem to be at BSing it is. Okay? And there you go. That you'll have it. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's like, wow, that is kind of, not right. It's not believable. The other thing that goes along with this is you have a lot of, and it's along the same thing. You have a lot of people that do comics that have their own shops and stuff like that. And some of the stuff that they show, yeah, it's amazing to get that stuff, but they have a huge shop. They're buying a huge bulk things, and a lot of their deals, I mean, yeah, you're getting a deal, but it's because you bought all of this stuff that price comes way down. And when it all balances out, you really didn't pay that much at all for it. It is a deal, but at some point in time, one of two things happens. One, it's like, well, come on, that's happening too much, like I said earlier. Or two, you start feeling like, well, are these people really taking advantage of these people? If they knew that this thing was worth so much money, especially as a shop or whatever, and they're doing it all often, I feel like, well, I don't want to watch that person. I mean, they're obviously just taking advantage of other people. So I think that's another thing they got to be careful of, is you got to be realize that as from the perspective of a watcher, if you're getting too many good deals too often and you're not being upfront about it, it really ends up starting to make us, the viewer, think, wow, this guy's kind of a crappy person, because they're getting deals left and right and in between. And that one of the flaws here with YouTube is obviously it's a big flaw, is you can say whatever you want, and the odds of someone be able to go back behind your back and say, oh no, I found Jimmy Bob that he bought that comic from, and he said, it's unfounded truths or unfounded lies, whatever you want to look at it. But I don't know. I feel like that kind of misleading just is not needed. You got a great deal, great. If you didn't get a good deal, that's also too. Especially when, because to me, when I see somebody who gets, you've seen in my videos, I sometimes have paid over what it's probably worth currently. But the thing is the value of what's of that comic is whatever someone's willing to pay for it. So if you told me you just got $1,000 comic for $400, well, that's a $400 comic. I can't tell you because that's what you paid for it. That should go on record somewhere. Somebody go, oh, they got it for $400. And now I know that sounds crazy, but if that's what you paid for it, that's what the value of that comic is, not what it sold for somewhere else, because that should become being taken effect. It's not, but it should be. And that's it for that. And now I'm going to let you get back to the rest of the normal video. See you there. So that's it. Let me know. You guys agree with this? Disagree with it? Am I just being stupid? I don't know. Like I said, I'm just into it. I'm sure there's other things I'm going to notice. There's other trends I'm going to notice. If I ever do one of these trends, call me out, please. I'm gonna probably eventually do one of these things without saying anything, just to see if somebody paid attention to this video. Again, we are nearing in. We're at 456 subscribers. We're moving fast right now, guys. We're getting pretty close. 44 more subscribers. Like I said, we have to maintain that 500 subscriber mark for just 1 week, and the Kevin Eastman is going to go out. And once that video goes out, I will be showing what I will be giving away for my 1,000 subscribers if I ever get there. This is just fun for me, so I really don't see. I mean, I don't know. If you guys enjoy this, I hope you do. I do these videos, but I'm over 2 years in, and I've never crossed 500. So the object of thinking of going to 1,000, that's crazy to me. But I'm gonna have something rolled up ready to get for a giveaway for that, just in case. You never know. I've seen some people just suddenly, that right time, right moment, bam. But that's it. Don't forget about that. We want to change that. And also, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, come over here. You get your mom, get your grandma, get your buddy, your brother. Say, hey, go to this YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and walk away. You never have to do anything again. If he comes up, you don't have to ever watch it. That's not the thing. Just give him that subscriber so I can try to have a chance of winning this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle signed slab. Okay, so today there was one major release, and you can see exactly what I paid. I paid $1 more than any other place I went to, because all the other places I went to, there was a little ding on the bottom left corner of every book I went and checked. So I ended up paying $1 more when I found one that was good. That first book is Transformers #1. I think this is the 1 in 10 or 1 in 15 variant. I'm not really sure. But I just love that side profile of Optimus Prime holding his gun up. Like, bam. That's awesome. Next up, I do have 3 books I picked up that are way older ones, but I will just go ahead. Well, for the same place I got the Transformers, I also picked up this. It's the Little Marvel, giant size, Scotty Young variant. I just love that. I mean, look at all those characters. I only paid $5 for it. I think it shows itself for like 10 or 15, so I don't know about that. Next up, another new release from today. One thing I'm guessing it's because it's a bigger one. If you guys know, like I said, I don't do newer comics that much, so I'm kind of like confused. Like I'm out of the loop. If you guys know about some of this stuff, I'm not sure about. But all of them had this like ding on the top corner. It looks like it might rip one day, and I don't know if that's just common, but literally every one they had. And this was the nicest one of this white cover, Gods. It's the Scotty Young cover. Just thought it was awesome. I love these ones where like they have one guy talking to the other one and they're like asking questions. I have one of Spider-Man talking to one of the Venom's symbiote offspring, and he's like, "So you're Venom?" And he's like, "No," and he's like, "Blah blah blah." These next 2 I had to get. I don't know how old these are. I know they're newer, but they're not that new. I'm guessing probably from last week because they're Halloween trick-or-treat variant covers. But this first one is the Poison Ivy with the little plant from Little Shop of Horrors. Look how innocent. That is just adorable. My wife really liked these. If they make any more, I'm going to try and get them all. I also got the Birds of Prey. Look at that. That's just adorable. I guess that's supposed to be Catwoman, but I actually had my wife convinced 100% that that was actually um, Black Panther, and I was like, they put Black Panther on DC comic, and she's like, what's that matter? And then I explained to her, and she's like, oh my god, they did that, and I was like, no, that's actually Catwoman. I mean Batwoman. But anyways, I thought it was funny. Pretty cute cover. Next up, the last of the newer ones I got, I picked up the Scotty Young variant of Uncanny Spider-Man. And like I think I've told you guys before, the newer stuff I don't read that much. I try to get runs. If it's like a short series or something, I will try and grab it. I was looking for the one that had the variant of the X-Men cover. It looked like the old Jim Lee's variant cover with it was like big, whatever. I saw it on someone else's video. 3 comic book stores, no one had it. Two of them didn't even know. I was talking about the third one did. He's like, no, I only had like 2 come in and I sold them already. They were picked up by people who have their comics reserved, what have you. But anyways, next up we have, this was in, if you watched, I did a short of Halloween comics. They were all on sale, really cheap. This was one of the ones I found in there. I just thought it was kind of cool. Justice League Dark and Wonder Woman, The Witching Hour #1. $2 comic for a variant. I mean, it's less than half the price of the cover. Then we have Justice League Dark. 18, I think it is. I just thought that was a cool Wonder Woman cover. I like the swamp thing in the background. Okay, this last one, I know I'm almost positive I bought before, but for some reason I have it marked to pick it up again. And I'm guessing it must have gotten damaged, and I just didn't notice it was damaged. But I got 8 Billion Genies, #4. This is a great read. If you haven't got a chance to read it, make sure you read it. I just started it. I'm trying to get all the Something Killing the Children past the initial book. That way I can actually get caught up in it. But that's it. That's all I got here for today. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get this video set up, made it sent out, and it will be going live on Thursday, October 5th. So when you see it, please stop by. Please make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. And as always, guys, remember my one thing. Check in with your friends and families. Make sure they're doing okay. Let them know you're doing okay. If they're not, that might all take to change that day for them. And as always, guys, remember, collectors up collectors. Have a good day and see you soon.